Biden, he's sleeping now. Because they want to get him good and strong, so a little before debate time, he gets a shot in the ass, and they want to strengthen him up. So he comes out, he'll come out, I say he'll come out all jacked up, right? All jacked up.
President Trump stormed the city of Philadelphia over this weekend, all as Joe Biden gets caught in his own video deepfake. We got the latest polls coming out. You won't believe who just came out and endorsed Trump. And we got Democrats openly admitting that the Obama coalition is indeed unraveling just in time for November. You are not going to want to miss this. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Also, let me ask you, what could you do if you had the same insider trading information that Nancy Pelosi has, right? Yeah, and you know exactly what I'm talking about here. Politicians like Pelosi have had access to insider trading secrets for decades now. They know exactly what stocks to buy and when to buy them. But guess what? You and I actually have access to that very same inside information. Thanks to a little-known SEC database, we can see what and when corporate CEOs are buying up in real time, and then we get to piggyback on their trades to gain the same advantage for ourselves. Gang, that's why you've got to click on that link below and sign up for a free training with me and my good friend Ross Givens. It's this Thursday, June 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Ross is an insider trading expert whose recommendations have led to investment returns of over 200%. Some have hit as high as nearly 1,500%. It's going to be an amazing free training where you and I can learn how to trade with the exact same insider knowledge as these politicians, but legally and ethically. But don't wait, gang. Seating registration is limited, so click on that link below right now. Register today, and I'll see you for an event that promises to change your life. I'll see you on Thursday.
I am voting for President Trump because he's the people's president. He is the only one who can save the United States of America from destruction from within by the Democrats and the radical left. The Democrat Party that founded the KKK. The Democrat Party that enacted the Jim Crow law that separated black people and lynched black people. The Democrat Party that opposed all major civil rights laws that favor the minority. The Democrat Party of the white supremacy, the Democrat Party that divides people instead of unite people. That's an evil party, and it saddens me that some people don't fight for the United States of America, the country.
Well, obviously, you can both see and hear the passion that filled the city of brotherly love over the weekend. Good old Philadelphia, my old backyard, a region that votes over 80% Democrat. It was the unlikely stage for a massive Trump rally at Temple University. Now, of course, this is all part of Trump's strategy of garnering more of the non-white working class vote than any Republican has been able to do in 6 decades. That was a CNN analyst's recent assessment. They're calling it Trump's political sweet spot. He's maximizing the rural white vote for himself, all the while minimizing the urban non-white vote for Biden. That's key to why he's polling so much better than Biden. He's galvanizing the rural white vote like he did in 2016, 2020. But this time, he's getting a record number of Latinos and blacks. All the polls are showing that, and at least part of the reason appears to be because of the lawfare, the weaponized legalism that the Democrats have unleashed against him. Many non-white voters feel that Trump is the victim of the same crooked justice system that they so often feel victimized by. And so that's why this conviction actually may only end up helping Trump in the end. If he's galvanized the rural white vote and the urban non-white vote, largely as a reaction to sympathies over this lawfare, what do you think the result of his conviction is going to ultimately be? His support will only skyrocket, precisely because of this political sweet spot. Precisely because of the very lawfare that the Democrats thought would result in his demise. Here's CNN's Van Jones on the unraveling of the Obama-Biden coalition.
Trump does seem to be appealing to significant numbers, particularly of Latino voters, but also black men. What's going on?
The Obama-Biden coalition is in trouble. It's in trouble. and I get beat up every time I say it, but it's obvious that it's in trouble. And it has to do with a number of things. Number one, the white working class guys left for your campaign in 2016, the Democratic Party. And now black and Latin working class guys are following along. And they don't have to follow in massive numbers. Again, this is razor edge stuff. So, listen, the vast majority of black people are going to vote for President Biden. The vast majority of black women are going to vote for President Biden. The vast majority of black men are going to vote for President Biden, but that's not the point. The point is you have a margin that is hurting and uncertain among black and Latin men as to whether we have a place in this party. It's not easy to talk about, but there is a sense among a lot of guys that you talk to that they're just tired of being lectured, tired of being wrong, tired of being criticized, tired of being called toxic, tired of, frankly, a lot of other groups getting more out of the Biden administration than black folks got.
But it's not just the lawfare. Trump is, of course, continuously hammering Biden on the economy, and it's working. Check out Kathy Wood, CEO of ARK Investments, and her take on the upcoming election.
Trump or Biden?
Is it? The word is, so as I've said to my children, so I have 2 girls and a boy, and they're split on this. As I've said to them, look, I am going to vote for the person who's going to do the best job for our economy. I am a voter when it comes to economics. And on that basis, Trump. I mean, So Art Laffer describes the first 3 years of the Trump presidency as the best in U.S. economic history. Not the last one because of COVID, and I would agree.
Wow.
And I went through Reaganomics too.
Yeah, that was pretty brave of her. I mean, given how left-wing Wall Street has become, Silicon Valley investors have become. I mean, you'll notice you'll never hear Larry Fink talk like that, right? Larry Fink of BlackRock. Now, what you just saw there was the effectiveness of Trump's campaign pitch, which Byron York of the Washington Examiner calls the easiest political pitch ever in the history of presidential politics. 1, things were great when I was president. 2, everything went to hell in a handbasket when Joe Biden came along. 3, elect me and I'll make things great again. That's Trump's campaign in a nutshell. When I was president, we had peace abroad and prosperity at home. Biden comes in and all we have are wars abroad and endless depression at home. Vote for me and I'll restore peace and prosperity. And Byron York admits this simple message is clearly resonating with the vast majority of voters. This is the advantage of Trump being a hybrid candidate, right? Part candidate, part incumbent. And even the Democrats are admitting that. Every time they indict him, every time they accuse him of wanting to be a dictator, they are inadvertently admitting that they cannot compete with his record. And voters aren't buying it. And another thing they're not buying is the Biden campaign's disastrous attempts at trying to one-up Trump in terms of popularity. Did you see this? The Biden campaign headquarters tweeted out over the weekend a picture of Biden speaking at the same Philly venue that Trump spoke at, actually attempting to give the impression that Biden is more popular than Trump. There's just a couple of problems with this. Number 1, it wasn't a Biden rally. It was a John Fetterman rally from 2022 with Obama as the headline speaker. Biden's appearance was just window dressing. But then somebody actually posted video from that rally back in 2022, and lo and behold, it was half empty. Even with Obama there, it was half empty. They actually had a black curtain that blocked off the crowd from the empty square. And if you need a comparison, here you go. And to add insult to injury here, gang, again, keep this in mind. This is in a region that votes 80% Democrat. Biden's trying to flex that he could get a bigger turnout than Trump in a town where 8 in 10 vote Democrat. And he still failed. Trump gets a bigger turnout than Biden in the most blue of blue districts. So obviously now Biden is the one pushing the deep fakes that his campaign complained so bitterly about, with his string of embarrassments like Obama's arm grab escorting him off the stage. We were told, that's a video deep fake. When in point of fact, they're just projecting. They're just projecting onto Trump and the MAGA movement the very sins they themselves commit. Let's look at some of the latest polls, shall we? You're going to love this. But first, I do have something really, really big to share with you. I talked about this on Friday. It has a lot to do with my depression I shared with you some weeks back. Do you remember that? Me telling you how black-pilled I was when we came under attack from YouTube with our content being labeled as, quote, harmful content by YouTube, and we'd been demonetized. Well, guess what, friends? I ain't depressed no more. Now, you may have heard I went away to Utah a couple of weeks back. And let's just say my team and I are working on something that is absolutely huge. All I can tell you is that this will be one of the biggest positive changes to Turley Talks that'll benefit you, my fellow courageous and loyal patriots, for years to come. We're going to have a special unveiling in early July to tell you all about it. So be alert for more details about the event. I'm just going to tease you with that. Take a look at Trump's support among independents as of today, Monday. This is from ActiveVote US. Trump is up over Biden by 22 points head-to-head with independents. That's the election right there. All things being free and fair, of course. But a 22-point lead among independents is absolutely a game changer. In the key swing state of Arizona, in Maricopa County, their largest county, registered Republicans now outnumber registered Democrats by nearly 7 points. Republicans as a whole in Arizona have a near 6-point advantage in that must-win state. And it looks like Trump is solidifying his lead there with every passing week. And the polls are so good for Trump that Lee Zeldin has a piece out today in the New York Post arguing that, yes, Trump does indeed have a very good shot at doing the unthinkable of actually winning New York. He points out that New York independents favor Trump by 10 points, which is putting him within 6 points of Biden, just outside the margin of error. And Zeldin is arguing that if Biden's approval numbers continue to tank like they've been doing, that could indeed put Trump within the margin of error in New York. In freaking New York. So obviously the Biden campaign ain't fooling nobody. They ain't fooling CEOs. They ain't fooling independents. Ironically, they only seem to be fooling themselves. Here's your opportunity to tell big tech tyrants where they can stick it. Click on that link below and download our brand new cancel-proof Turley Talks app, and you can sign our special declaration of restoration. That's our petition to big tech that declares a new day is dawned. They are no longer in control, and we are taking our nation back. We've already got over 1,000 signatures of courageous patriots, and yours is next. Click on that link below or go to fight.turleytalks.com right now.